Hey, good morning, folks. This is David coming at you with your Sunday Spark. Hope you're doing fantastic on today and everything is moving in the right direction for you. Hope that you are up and at 'em and getting after it on this great day. As always, it is my pleasure to come to you this morning and to be able to share with you some things that I think are just vitally important to our success, to us moving forward, to us moving to the next level. Without a doubt, that's really what it's all about, is getting up, getting moving, and getting to your next level. To be focused so much on your vision for your life that you just continue to move forward in it and don't let anything hold you back. No matter what's going on in the world, no matter what's going on around us, we can, without a doubt, stay focused. We can continue to move forward and get things done. And I hope that's what you'll do. I hope you'll just stay connected with that and just continue to move forward in great and wonderful things. Because I promise you that if you will keep your focus right and you'll continue to move in a positive direction, great things are going to continue to happen for you, to you, and around you. And not only that, your greatness is helping somebody else move to the next level. So that is so vitally important that each and every one of us, that we do our part as it is, that we would do our part in ensuring that we're helping others be successful. We're living in a time right now where people are scared, where things are going on, and people are unsure themselves. I want to encourage you to stay committed and to stay focused on what's important. And what is important is that you understand that this too shall pass if we will keep our focus right. So, hey, listen, there's good news out there. I know it seems like the only thing you hear is bad news. The other day I was sitting there listening to the news, and it just seems like it's bad news after bad news after bad news. But there's good news out there. You just have to go find it for yourself, and don't be afraid to go out and get the good news for yourself, because it's so important that you fill your life with good news and not just the bad stuff. Yeah, you gotta stay vigilant, you gotta stay diligent, but you also need to understand that the newscasters and everything, they're doing their job or producing and sending out certain things. Don't you get hung up in that. You stay focused on what's important and continue to do that vision, because like I said, this is going to pass. Without a doubt, we know that it's going to pass. We just have to have a mindset that will allow us to continue to move forward. Even though we're facing, something difficult, that doesn't stop us. We understand that if we will focus, take our mental energy and focus on the right things, we're going to be okay. So today I want to talk to you about how to be a super achiever every single day. I hope that you went online to my page and you got this classes of the mentally tough, where I drew out a diagram, if you will, of mentally tough, because what I'm working on is coaching you to mental toughness. And I think one of the most important things that we can do is to be mentally tough, especially in these days and times. I think you would agree with me that your level of mental toughness will do you will pay you great dividends and do you well to have some mental toughness. I want to talk to you about discovering that secret of how to be a super achiever every single day. No matter what you face, no matter what happens, no matter what goes on, you can be a super achiever every single day. And I want to give you some steps to do that. So to achieve just simply means to successfully bring about or reach your desired objective, level, outcome, or result by effort, skill, or courage. It means to get something done. How can you each and every day get out there and get something done? You have to make a decision, number one, that you're going to be a super achiever, that you're not just going to accept the status quo. If you look on my diagram here, I showed you these different levels of mental toughness, and I also use this as a different level of where people are at. Now, I'm not doing that to knock on anybody. I just want to demonstrate for you and give you an example of what it really means to be mentally tough, and give you an idea of how to climb that ladder of mental toughness, if you will. I was talking to someone just the other day, and I was saying a lot of times when we ask people, how are you doing with this, or how are you doing with that, they will tell you that they are doing great. But we need to ask a follow-up question to that when we ask them, how are you doing in comparison to whom or to what. So what I wanted to do was to give you, quote unquote, a value ladder, if you will, of the mentally tough. That's what this is right here. It just shows you levels of mental toughness. And that's no hit against anyone. I am a coach, and that's what coaches do. They help you discover what level you're on, but they also help you go to the next level. All right, so when we start talking about corporate class thinking, and for me, that's the highest level of thinking. I just use corporate class because I use the airline system, as you see by my diagram. I talk about no class, I talk about economy coach class, I talk about business class, I talk about first class, and then I talk about corporate class. We want to be at the corporate class level when it comes to our mental toughness, when it comes to our thinking. If you're going to be a super achiever each and every day, it's going to boil down to one thing. It's going to boil down to your conscious awareness, how you think. And I will drive that home because in every aspect of life, it really all boils down to how you think. Even the Bible teaches us that as a man or woman, as the case may be, thinketh, so is he or she. So we have to understand that if we're going to be that corporate class type of person, and we're going to be at that level, it is going to be determined how we think. To be a super achiever, you must elevate yourself from competing to creating. Now, let's talk about that for a minute. I'm not into beating anyone. I am into creating my best life. Why am I into creating my best life? Listen very closely. It's not just about me. See, that's where the first class person is. The first class people, why good, but they're just about it. They're in it for their ego. They're trying to build something for them. I want to be the corporate class person because I'm beyond that. I'm into fulfillment and I'm into helping someone outside of myself. When you get to that level, now you've stepped up your game and now you begin to make an impact, not just in your life, but in everybody's life around you. And you leave a legacy that will live on far after you do. If you're going to be that level of person and have that level of mental toughness, you got to get out of this competing thing. We're not competing with anyone. We are into creation. We are into creating. When you get to the level of where you begin to create, that's when you make an impact. Why in the world would a person use their mental energy, which is limited anyway, to compete with somebody? Why would you do that? Why not create and solve problems? Because watch this right here. We understand that we are creators. By nature, we're made in the image of God. Whether you accept that or not, I do. We are made in the image of God and we have been given creative power. All you have to do is get you a meticulously designed vision for your life that makes impact beyond yourself, and now you become that corporate class person as it is, and now you begin to make an impact for others. You're out of ego. It's not about you. You have gone to creation. So to be a super achiever, all right, to be a super achiever, number one, you have to do a couple of things. Number one, you got to know and believe that you are 100% responsible for your life. Now I'm going to pause right there for a minute. You have to know that you are 100% responsible for your life. What does that mean? That leads me to number two. I blame no one for my failures or shortcomings. I said it like this. I posted this right here. I am the problem, but here's the good news. I'm the solution too. I am the problem of my problem, and I am the solution to my problem. And when I get a hold of that, I understand it's no more blaming anybody. It's no more complaining. I understand that I am responsible, and if I will take 100% responsibility for my life, for the situation, I can move a whole lot faster. Here's number three. I have to become a self-reliant, independent, critical thinker. A self-reliant, independent, yes, critical thinker. What does that mean? That means that I have to put all emotion aside. I have to lay down all my emotion and I have to ask myself some tough questions. And when I ask tough questions, I get good answers. You know, it boils down to this right here. A lot of times it's not a matter of the answer we get, it's the question we ask. If you ask the right question, you'll get the proper answer. So I have to ask myself some tough questions. I have to look at me as I am and answer that. I have to be a critical thinker. I gotta do that. And then number 4, I got to make things happen regardless of the circumstances, regardless of the situations. I make things happen. I am that corporate class person. I live beyond blaming folks and trying to make it somebody else's fault. It's nobody else's fault but my own. But here's the good news about it. Since it is my fault, I can fix it. I can get beyond that. So, to be a super achiever every day, focus on what you can control. What do I mean by that? I mean this right here. Have you a vision for your life? And focus on that. Make it an obsession. Now, I'm not talking about a bad obsession. I'm talking about this is something that you are determined to accomplish, something that you are determined to do. You think about it day in, day out, and not only that, you go to work on it. And so when you're going to work on it, you don't have time to compete if you are creating. Did you hear that? You don't have time to compete if you are creating. If I'm being creative, I don't have time to compete with you. I'm too busy creating. And where most people have made their mistake at, they're too busy worried about what somebody else is doing instead of going out and creating. So, if you have that crystal clear vision, here's what will happen. Corporate thinking builds corporate class beliefs. Now follow this real closely and I'll let you go. Corporate class thinking, all right, that builds corporate class beliefs. What do you mean? If I think like a winner, guess what? I'm going to have beliefs as a winner. If I believe that, hey, I'm moving to the next level. Hey, I'm going to do something greater than just for myself. If I believe that way, if I think that way, I'm going to start to believe that way. Here's the next thing. Corporate class beliefs. Now, when I start believing that way, that's going to lead me to behave that way. Watch this right here. The way you think, your beliefs leads to your behavior. You don't do what you don't believe. You just don't. And so if I have the proper belief, now my behavior is going to follow that. And then corporate class behavior generates corporate class results or outcomes. That is the key to this whole thing. But now I want you to listen very closely to something I said. I mentioned the word behavior. Now, see, a lot of people that teach self-help, they teach you believe and receive, but they left something out. They left the behavior out. What do you mean by that? Just thinking about it and believing it won't get it done. You are going to have to go to work. You are going to, what I call, put feet on your faith and go to work. The Bible says it like this: faith without works is dead. Well, I looked at that and I said, that's so true. This is what I said. Belief without behavior is nothing but dead belief. You're not going to get anywhere just because you think it, just because you believe it. Now your behavior and your belief have to be congruent. What do I mean by that? If you believe it, do something. All right. If you really believe it, do something. But it does start with the way you think. It's all in a state of mind. How you think is going to lead you to that path that you need to go to. Now, I hope this has helped you here, because I share with you, if you're going to be a super achiever every single day, these are the steps that are necessary. You're going to have to think that like a corporate class person. You're going to have that belief as a corporate class person, but you're also going to have that behavior, which means you got to go to work. So get it done. I hope it's helped you on today. It surely has helped me, because I understand this right here. I have to continue to move to the next level. And so do you. So go to my page, whether it be my personal page or Inspiring Innovation page, and download this right here. I put it out there for you, and I wrote a passage with it. Download this and look at what level you are at, and then ask yourself this question. Do I have a meticulously crafted, crystal clear vision of where I want to go? Now, if you don't, I can help you with that. That's what I coach people to do. And I can help you with that. You just have to direct message me, and I'll be more than happy to help you with that. But if you get that vision, oh my God. Oh my God. I like what the Bible says about vision. Where there is no vision, the people, perish. That means they're cut off. You're cut off from your destiny without a vision. So get you a vision. Let's get to work. Let's get this done. Listen, I got to get out of here. You have a fantastic week. Go find you some good news. Quit listening to all this bad news. Go find you some good news. Become that corporate class thinker. All right. Get those corporate class beliefs. And when you're from those corporate class beliefs, get that behavior and get that outcome that you want that will benefit mankind everywhere and leave a legacy. Hey, listen, I got to get out of here on the day. You have a fantastic day. Remember these two things right here. I say them all the time, and I true. You are the architect of your own life, and I believe in you. I will see you next week. Have a great one. Bye.